because I love the music.
We're doing this. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 24, I think, of It's Never Sunny in
Wow.
Doskvol. Yeah, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing great. Luke Crane is trying to steal my girl in Steven Lumpkin's Pendragon game. So that's a thing that I've been fighting all day. And I've also been rearranging my studio, so that's why my camera's a little bit closer to me, because I have to fix a bunch of stuff. So, surprise! I set up a bunch of new lights. I'm doing all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to. Speaking of also improvements, you'll see a really cool screen I tweeted about earlier that I'm going to share on Google Plus after today, about how to do a kind of a nice little overall map plus list of your project clocks and how to do all that stuff in Roll20. And so if you're a Blades fan like I am, then go ahead and look at the Google Plus form for Blades in the Dark in a little bit and check that stuff out. So that's me. That's enough about me and what I'm doing. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Blades in the Dark, and you play Blades in the Dark with friends. So let's go around and talk to our friends here. Kelsa, what's up?
Hello, I'm a friend. I'm Kelsa. I like playing role-playing games, and to be honest, Blades in the Dark is probably one of my favorites.
It's so fucking good. It really is. Oh, it's
I'm
so good.
really, really excited to play, but also really kind of worried because Jewel has 3 trauma and 8 out of 9 stress right now.
Oh shit! No way, really? Wait, really?
3 trauma, 8 out of 9 stress.
Why don't?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bad.
Hold on. Let me make a quick
It's
little
real
memo
bad.
to me. I'm gonna make a little memo on screen.
Kill a Jewel.
No,
Got
well,
it.
yeah, no. I'm just gonna be like, memo to self. Make
You walk in the door and then
stress
the frame
trauma
falls
trackers.
right on your head. You want to resist?
Yeah.
I mean, being a ghost is pretty fucking awesome, though. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but I have to die for that to happen. If I take 4 trauma, I just have to retire.
Well, just don't resist anything.
Yeah, just don't resist anything. It's easy. I mean,
just accept everything that comes at you.
It's
We can always
Yeah.
play
Double
the
one harm.
We can always just do another. We could do a game of us playing as the spirit wardens investigating your guys' disappearance. After this shit goes gnarly.
Oof.
So,
So it looks pretty bad for our illustrious crew that 20-something episodes later still doesn't actually have a name.
Maybe Painted Lady.
Well, the Painted Lady is one of our businesses. But
That's fair. No, we're.
I mean, we don't need a name. It's not important.
It's a tough thing to follow after you have I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Coming up with names is so hard for that stuff.
It really can't be. But
maybe that's why you guys have been so good at like not getting arrested, because they don't know what to call you.
It's perfect.
I mean,
It's the perfect crime.
the other one is like being the John Harpers, and everything is John Harper. I mean, we're both John Harper. And we could do that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. I've been kind of worried that bad things are going to happen, especially since my traumas include reckless and vicious. So it may go poorly.
Ew.
May go poorly.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll see. Seer, you've already traumatized out.
Yeah. So I'm Liefington on the internet. I love role-playing games, but I don't get to play all that many. I've been trying to the animated Cheers came out for I think all partners
I think so.
of Twitch.
That sounds
So I've
right.
been tinkering with some, and animating is fun, but really time-consuming.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. What are you using to animate, my friend?
Dude, I'm ghettoing it up with the old GIMP
With
because it's
GIMP?
free.
Saving frame by frame.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like I mean, I'm pretty much doing it how old. I mean, not to that quality, but it's like Disney method.
Yep.
An old Disney method where you just draw a frame and then draw the next frame. But you just cut out the part that you want to animate and then
I don't
make
envy
that
you.
move. Doesn't look super great for everything, but then emotes are like super tiny, so
Yeah, you can hide a lot of the.
it has to just look passable. I don't know. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and I'm playing Seer, who's a leech and who just took his trauma at the end of the last episode. So
Yeah.
he's kind of out of this encounter.
Yeah.
And we will have to talk about something else, but we can talk to Asteyni first.
Yeah. Asteyni.
Hi, I am Asteyni. I like role-playing games, but this is the only one I play because I have no times for role-playing games. But if I had to play one, I would be in this one because Blades is awesome and you guys are awesome.
So.
Normally I play Vale, but Vale has been brainwashed by the silence from Doctor Who.
Basically.
So lately I've been playing Hobbs, Sears Vampire Senpai, Body Snatcher, and All Around Badass. But I am also a little bit concerned because I have, let me look.
You were also getting near the you're kind of
I have 9. I have 9 out of 12 stress. And if vampires fill out their stress track, they don't take traumas. That's not a vampire thing. If I take all 12 stress, then I kind of enter a state where I have to feed on somebody. I go into like a feeding frenzy. And if I take any harm while I'm in that feeding frenzy, I am forever destroyed. So...
Ugh.
So basically, we're all in a really bad way.
To quote Victor Kovacs from Swan Song, we are so fucked.
We are so fucked.
Very much so. Well, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens today. It's gonna be fun. Anybody want to do? So here's an interesting thing. You guys are so close. We do the prologue. So previously on It's Never Sunny in Duskvol. Who wants to do it this week and recover one of those sweet 1 points of stress?
I mean, I don't think 1 point of stress is going to make a difference for me right now.
But it could make a difference for me because I have things that let me take stress to do special things.
So if you would like to take it, I will let you have it. And I'm just going to take damage. And
maybe there will be 2 ghosts.
Maybe. I mean, it's going to be awkward, but it could happen. All right.
Okay. Previously on It's Never Sunny in Duskvol, we had just woken up from our venture into the dream world, and Jewel rushed in and told us that Vale was missing. We followed a lead into the night market. I believe it was whose lead was it? I don't remember. It was like Jewel's lead?
It was
or Sears.
Drake from I think it was mine, but it was
yes.
Drake from
Yeah.
That's right. We were following a lead given to us from Drake from The Lost, who said that she was in the night market staying at the usual place. It was a trap by the Imperial Legion, who trapped us on a bridge, and we were basically about to get gunned down. We barely scraped out of there. Then we go into the night market, and the usual places of bread and breakfast, and Vale is not there.
Yes.
But fortunately, there was a newsie standing outside shouting out that the Strangford niece had been found. And Seer and Hobbs remembered that as a particular thing of note from the dream that she was missing. And also the newspaper had a picture of Vale as the niece. So it was like, okay, I guess we're going there. So we came up with this really convoluted plan where Hobbs was going to possess a servant and try to get in that way by bringing these other two with him. And then he encountered the ghost field and just kind of got booted out of that servant's body. And then a blue coat came up and he was like, okay, let's possess the blue coat. And we were able to get in that way with some like fast talking and murdering of some unseen and all that fun stuff. And we fought our way upstairs, and like there were zombies and like zombie servants trying to stop us. And then we found Vale, and she's like practicing her calligraphy, and that's kind of where we left off.
As if nothing was wrong, as if the house wasn't being invaded or anything. It was just like, I'm just calmly going to write something here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so that's kind of where we jump in. Let me just actually let me take us over to the game screen, and there's a new fancy game screen.
It looks really good.
I'm gonna throw a clock
really
in here
good
as well. It's going to make this called you are do I want to say captured? The goal of this clock, the effect of this clock that I'm aiming for, is that the unseen basically have you surrounded, right? They're closing in on you in a kind of way. So that either I'm gonna say they cut off you're out, right? The unseen surround you. I think I'm just gonna put it that way because that could happen anywhere when this clock runs out, and it kind of would make sense. But it's also not a 0 out of 6. Sorry guys, I think a 4 out of 6 is pretty good right now. There we go. So the unseen surround you clock. It's 4 out of 6 right now. You guys are up on the second floor. It's very dangerous. You're trying to basically just get Vale out of here. Hopefully that goes well. You hear more people talking from below. You hear, more of the Eldric's voices of the unseen. It sounds like a lot of whispers. It kind of, I guess the best way of thinking about it, like what it would sound like to us if in the TV show, would be kind of like what like the Witch King, Agmar, sounds like from Lord of the Rings. Like that, kind of thing, right? So, sounds like that. So, like, if your voice was like voice plus jet engine, it's kind of like what it sounds like. All right, and you hear that stuff going around. The temperature of the entire place is getting colder. Not just this room, but the entire mansion. In fact, I think maybe we kind of see the sparklings of like frost in the corners of this place, which is never good. So, Jules in this room alone. Once again, it's like an old childhood bedroom.
Vale is in
this room alone.
Jewel bursts in the door.
Yeah. Like a childhood bedroom with a little like stationary desk, and that's where she is practicing her calligraphy.
Was Hobbs like right behind Jewel, or were they somewhere else?
I was right behind you. Like we busted into the room together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a phonograph playing some music, the same music we heard outside of the usual place.
Yeah.
And that's about
it. Super creepy.
Yeah. What do you guys do? She doesn't seem to notice you.
Yeah, Jewel's gonna just go right up to Vale and like put her hand on her shoulder. Vale, we need to go now.
So, what happens when you touch her? Here's what okay. Yeah. Okay, I got it. She adamantly like knocks your hand away and says like, "No, father, I have to practice this for my brother's birthday party, writing this card. You know, like I'm almost done for the party. Like just give me 5 minutes. I'm not ready to leave yet."
Did you want to jump in there, Asteyni?
Oh, I was gonna say if she thinks that there is a father figure happening, I could be a very commanding father.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I think
What?
so because I think I would rather like you kind of help play Vale, Asteyni. What I'm going for is that the unseen have you kind of like in this fake reality of you being a kid, and in order to kind of like remedy the fact that Jewel and Hobbs are here, it's mom and dad telling you need to go, right? And you're just kind of like filling in the details that way.
Okay.
I mean, I was just going to have Mr. Bubbles like snatch up all the papers and run out of the room.
Oh my god. What does Mr. Bubbles get represented by in your fake world?
Probably like a dog, like a really fancy,
like a Pomeranian.
Yeah, like very well groomed yippy dog.
Yeah, if you guys want, like once again on the show, to help visualize what this other world that you're looking at looks like, I picture something very much like BioShock Infinity-esque, like very bright, vivid colors, but also kind of monochromatic or like very like color schemed, like bright blue, gold, white-ish colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
oh man, all I'm thinking about is can't even think of the name of that game now. With Joy.
Oh, We Happy Few.
We Happy Few. Yes. Thank you. I could not think of the name of that.
I don't think I know that game.
Pretty legit.
Okay. Anyway, that's where my headcanon is going. You can look it up later, Eric. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I think that there's definitely I think that's definitely what happens is Mr. Bubbles jumps down from Jewel's shoulder where the monkey has been sitting and runs across the table and just scoops up all of the papers and then runs out of the room.
Oh boy, that's not good at all. Okay. Well, Vale, I think you're kind of commanded to like keep writing. So like just
nothing for you to write with, and you just
the question is, do I have more stationery in my desk?
You do.
Then I would probably be like, and what should the dog's name be? Scruffles. You're such a naughty dog. And then I reach in and I pull out more paper and I dip my pen in my ink.
Yeah.
And start practicing my penmanship.
all right. Well, this needs to end. So Jewel like reaches over and just takes the pen and says, "We will finish it later. Come along. We don't have 5 minutes now."
I think that would have to be a command.
I would love to command you to do this. I'd love to command you to do this.
I mean, the way I imagine Vale's voice and stuff like that is also like her accent is a little bit more like chipper. Like, there's something like obviously wrong right now, right? Also, what the hell is she doing? Kind of here thing, right?
Yeah, and it's like I don't have time to figure that shit out.
Okay.
We need to go now.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like there's definitely something wrong, but we can fix that later when we're not being like hunted by crazy powerful
unseen.
people who are
Yeah.
going to kill us. So yeah, so I risky standard, or is it how desperate is this? Is it controlled? Because I'm because I'm daddy.
No, well, you're daddy, but I would say risky standard sounds about right.
Okay.
Hobbs, you want to help?
Risky standard.
How's your command, Jewel?
I have 3.
I'm not gonna waste a stress throwing you a helping die.
Okay.
I should have wasted a stress throwing you a
Maybe
helping die.
I got a 4. That's
So no, well, you obviously succeed, but the
Success.
unseen clock ticks to full.
oh no, to full.
Yeah. So
okay.
obviously you're like, maybe Hobbs notices it first, right? But like creaking up the stairs or whatever comes 2 more unseen. They're what's the name of a hood? The hood of a cloak, a shawl,
A cowl?
Cowl. Thank you, a cowl. Their cowls are down, revealing their white pasty makeup, and their embossed scars. Is that what it is? Like when it's raised on your skin?
That makes sense.
Embossed
I don't
because
think
it's
that's the
sticking
right
out,
term.
not in. I don't know. Whatever. Right. You can imagine it in your head what it looks like. So,
Let's imagine something really cool.
yeah.
Yes.
And they're coming at you. Both of them are holding some kind of weird, like electrical rods. Like you can see, like the little like like on the outsides of it as they are coming down the hallway at you guys, like very menacingly. That sort of like slow stalkerish thing with them coming out here, whispering. You guys got to go. Yeah, you got to go now.
Okay, time to go. I think that's what Hobbs says too. He's like, okay, time to go. And I, in one arm, I scoop up Jewel. In the other arm, I scoop up Vale. And I wreck my way through that window using my terrible power.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Let's see here. You're on a 2nd floor. Describe this scene for me. Don't say I wreck through this. What does this look like?
It's basically like I jump through the glass of the window using my body to cannonball through it.
Sure, but you're
And
also you're on the 2nd floor of a building, so you have to like what goes on when you jump outside?
So we're falling.
Are you like a person that just falls when they jump out a window, or like do you like glide? Do you know what I mean? Or are you like a superpower Iron Man, like hand fingered, fist down land? Paint me this picture.
Okay, I will paint you a picture again. So I cannonball through the window, splintering the glass and the wood. There's like a deafening shatter and crack, and we see Hobbs in his full blue coat regalia falling with these 2 women in each arm, and then in midair he's able to orient himself, and like a cat he twists, and maybe in almost an unnatural way, like his spine shouldn't shift like that, but it does. And if this goes well, we see his feet land on the ground, and like the ground sort of like crack and give and yield to him. But he's fine if I don't roll like shit.
I mean, if you roll like shit, you just break the legs and
the consequences. The consequences will be, I think, you take either like belated harm, maybe like that might actually be more interesting. Like you don't realize the extent of your injuries till later, right?
Okay.
And
then go ahead.
No, I'm thinking that's probably one. Obviously, the other one is that if you really fail, the unseen give chase probably would be the other part.
Okay.
What else could happen?
I mean, me and or Vale could get hurt.
That's definitely possible.
Oh yeah, no, I'm giving you the bad. Oh shit, dude. Oh, that's a really good one. You're going to take. Oh boy, yeah, you'll have to make a resistant. No, hold on. Maybe you can't. So a failure would be maybe you're gonna take harm. But I'm thinking of a way of giving you the hard bargain that you Hobbs have the choice to ablate some of that damage to the other people if you wanted to, if you want to.
I mean, that's a choice that you always have. Like, as a player, one of the teamwork options would be take harm for the other person. So you could be like, I orient myself
what
so they land on me.
What I'm saying, though, is in this situation, because Hobbs is doing this alone,
Mm-hmm.
they have the authority, rather than someone else being like, I'm going to step in and take the consequences here. They have the authority to let some of that bleed into you in order to, like, in a way that they see fit, to maybe protect themselves.
Okay.
Right? So, like, kind of like a tough choice if it goes bad. Right? Does that sound as risky as it sounds in my head? Like how that could be bad?
It sounds super dangerous to me.
Okay.
Perfect.
The intention there is that it's a tough choice to make, and I'm going to pit you against, say, like, helping Hobbs have a little bit more energy for the next part and injuring your friends here, or whether or not you're going to choose to take more of it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff is a question that I'm trying to push you at when I give you that consequence. But I don't know if I'm delivering it effectively or not. But that's
I feel like I understand it, and it seems pretty cool. I would like to hear a devil's bargain.
Yeah, you would. Boy. Regardless, at the end. Oh, well, I mean, this is it's a pretty good devil's bargain, even though you might die. At the outcome of this heist or mission, you must feed.
Okay. I'll take it. All right, so I am rolling. Oh, and I should say also, since I'm using my terrible power, this factors into effect.
Oh, okay.
So what is my position in my effect?
Your position is probably... The potentiality of danger is high. So I'm going to say it's probably more than risky. But it's like, if risky is here and desperate is here, you're like somewhere this, like, it's pretty close. But I think it's desperate, but I think you have great effect. Okay.
So let me mark down, because I've already filled that up, but
this is a very high risk, high reward type thing, right?
So I should have 7 of 8.
Because you're like, what I imagine is that you like, this window gives you enough space that you basically jump over the wall onto the streets of Doskvol. Is like what I imagine.
I mean, with great effect, I think that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it also gives you that sort of like, you're instead of when you jump out a window, you normally just kind of go straight down, like you kind of go at a normal arc. But I think your arc is like longer because you're like superhuman.
It's like ninja with the like the little feet things.
Right. Like that's yeah. All right. Fair. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff I'm thinking about when I'm picturing this in my head. So that's why I think it's greater.
Okay, so let's see. I have 1 bonus dice that gives me 2 dice. I'm so scared.
Oh fuck! No way! Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious though?
Yeah. Oof. Hobbs, I do not roll well as Hobbs. I'm just saying.
Yo, you serious?
Yep.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hobbs throws 2 people out the window.
Fuck you.
And then it's like, all right, you got me.
Yeah. So I think you got you like you hurl, and I think what we see is like the camera, looking at the street as like dust and bricks and stuff fly up, and I want you to figure out how you're gonna account for all this fucking harm now. Ooh boy. I think it's fair to say you took level 3 harm here.
Okay.
You hit the ground hard, but you made sure that you could make sure everyone's okay. What I would say is, if you want, you could use each other individual as a point of armor to reduce the harm. Which would give that individual level 2 harm.
And then I would also take level 2 harm?
No, you could take level 1 harm if you wanted to ablate both.
Okay.
So like each step of harm down would be like armor, and you're giving that level of harm to another person. or you take level 3 harm. Fucked up. Like, I mean, I don't know. Nasty fall is pretty obvious. I imagine you hit pretty hard on your shoulder and your side, right? As you kind of like
So
shoulder
here's the
blade
thing.
down.
You still get a
Hobbs-
resistance roll to.
Yeah, they could resist it.
Hobbs is cold, obsessed, vicious, and secretive. Those are his traumas. He doesn't care that much for Vale or Jewel, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But right now, Jewel is useful and Vale is a liability.
Oof.
He's going to let Vale eat that harm for him.
Okay. Cool. So that counts as armor. So I think it would be fair to knock this down to a level 1 harm, as basically you land on Vale.
Landed on Vale. Okay.
Yeah,
Level
she
1
takes
harm.
the brunt of the harm. So I think Vale would actually have level 2 harm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could
okay.
Vale try to resist it?
Yeah, of course.
Probably just with her prowess. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This would be her grace at landing and tumbling and going into the
It's
fall.
okay though. You're much better at rolling
Yeah.
as
Well, I mean, we say that. We'll see what happens. But then the point is she has no stress right now.
yeah, totally.
That's a good point.
It's not. Don't worry, it's not metagaming at all.
I mean, the thing is, though, is that if she was being useful and Jewel was being the liability, Jewel would have eaten the harm. Because that's how you play it.
No, exactly. I'm
So-
not.
So I just
I'm not
put
saying-
prowess to resist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No bonus dice. Oh, yeah, she's fine.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Look at that.
You clear of stress. I don't think he even had any.
She had no stress.
Friggin' crit. Yeah. So she
Dang.
just okay.
I miss being Vale now.
You roll a 1 and oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Seriously. Right. Yeah. Okay.
So does she still
You
take
guys-
level 1 harm or no harm?
I think no harm. You resist
With a
it, right?
crit.
Yeah. With a crit.
Like you can just like reduce it 1 level.
Usually, I would say you would just reduce it 1 level, but with a crit, I mean,
Yeah, with a crit, it would make more sense.
I think just resisting it entirely makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So here's my question for you guys: when you jump out this window, is this window facing the canal, or is this facing the rest of Whitechapel or White Crown?
I think that kind of depends on the layout of the house.
I know, but I'm asking you guys. I'm giving you this option.
Hmm.
Dude, we love jumping in the water. I would say canal.
Jumping in the water
But
is
I'm
such
also
bad
out of
idea.
this. I'm also out of this thing. So like this is just my opinion.
I'm going to leave it up to you, Kelsa. I don't really have a preference.
They're both bad choices.
Well, yeah. There's no good choices anymore.
All right, let's say canal.
Okay. All right. So yes. Well, your wreck still happens, right? And the consequences of the wreck still happen. So I think it would be fair to say, as you make it through the window, and you collect yourself, the wraiths are right behind you, right? They land before you have a chance to kind of like make it and start running and gain any sort of distance between them. They're on you, right? They both jump out the window.
Let me shoot them.
Yeah, they both kind of come out the window. Okay, cool. Oh man.
So like they come out the window and we don't get a chance to stand up. Jewel just like rolls over and like
Boom,
shoots them with electroplasmic bullets.
Father,
from her
what are you
pistols.
doing to the sevens?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So is this
Midair. You just
Well, I've already landed, but instead of like standing up, I'm just shooting these guys as they are midair coming down towards me. It's very cinematic, like
It is
It's
very much so.
All
yeah,
right, so,
Matrix-esque. Yeah, I
very
see
much.
the angled.
I don't know if this is hunt or skirmish. The main difference, the only reason it would make a difference would be if we are in a desperate position, which I think we might be.
Yeah, you're desperate. You're I mean, obviously the consequence is that you guys are getting tased by their
Yeah.
and, like, tase is a euphemism. Like it's not to
They're
stun you.
plunging down with spears that will also tase you.
That will
Yeah,
also electrocute you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like this is probably a skirmish because I'm not like I don't have enough time to like take aim or careful whatever. I'm just shooting at these guys.
Yeah, I can give you is it great I'm not sure if I don't think it's great effect. I think it's pretty much what's your intention here when you shoot them? Just to kill them?
I mean,
Like fully kill them?
killing them would be fantastic, but I mean, most of it is just like stop them from landing on us and give us a minute to like, not a minute,
A
moment. Give us
a moment to start running, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Basically.
Oh, okay. Like to give yourselves a time, right? That gives you a much broader range of shooting something like this that could like stun them, and like other than straight outright killing them. Outright killing them would reduce your effect level greatly, because you're asking for a very specific outcome that's very difficult against.
And I
things
do
like
still
this.
have my electroplasmic ammunition on these fine pistols.
So I think a standard effect for that result sounds very reasonable. But I think your position is certainly desperate.
Okay. These are fine pistols, and I do have the electroplasmic ammunition that works good against
Yeah,
supernatural beings.
I was factoring that in. I already factored that into standard effect.
Okay.
So desperate standard.
No bonus dice from anybody.
So you quickly roll out of the clutches of Hobbs, drawing your double
pistols,
flintlocks, and with the ghost and ammunition already ready to go. You take aim and you fire.
Oh no! Oh, jeez. Well, that was good. That was real good. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, boy, would it be cooler if you miss, or would it be cooler if they like stop the like your? You know what it is? Oh yeah, this is real bad, guys. You don't miss. Your guns are empty from the last time you shot, and so you hear the click as they.
Yeah.
As they step up to you, and proceed to do 3 harm, I think, to both of you guys. This is
I'm wearing
stabbed
armor.
and electrocuted, like shocked.
Stabbed and tased.
Stabbed and tased.
I am wearing armor that I have not used yet, so that should step that down by 1.
Okay. So instead of you getting like stabbed in the leg, what does this look like? You're disarmed. They you try to block them, right? Like you hit them and they like bat your guns out of the way, right? So I think so I don't think you take any harm, but I think that's your fictional problem. You're desperate. Basically, it's the same. It's like will have very limited effect essentially because you're unarmed, with like them like right on you. So you're hand to hand right now. Otherwise, you're gonna have real bad consequence. All right, so I think that's
okay. Boy, all right.
I think Hobbs. Oh wait, no, it's not. Wait, it's just you, right? Yeah. It's just you because you're the only one who went. No one helped you, right?
No one helped me. Yeah.
So no one helped you. So you just take the only consequences there.
Oh, thank goodness.
They're right on you. Yeah. So the unseen are right on you.
Hey, do you want to resist those consequences?
Yeah. Right. You're unarmed. They're like getting ready to hold you down and getting ready to do. I mean, at this point, I think it would be probably fatal damage.
I don't want that. I really don't want.
You have two tier 4 dudes standing over you. Like we see it from your screen, right? Like they're like standing over you, like the Nazgul looking guys, right? I think these guys have their cowl. They put their cowls back up, and now like as you see them like flick out their taser things again. I imagine them like almost like kind of like mini prongs, like not a trident, but like a bident, like an old tuning fork. looking thing, right? That's like has like electrical charges going back and forth, you know, and you hear like they're breathing, and they, you know, it's getting ready to basically stab you in the face if you don't do anything.
Jewel
Hobbs, you
looks
can
to the
act,
side
too.
at Hobbs and Vale,
Yeah.
and realizes that there's probably no help coming from that direction. Have you guys already ran off? Leaving me alone to deal with this?
No,
I mean, that's a way of saving your friends, to be honest with you.
Like, I don't know, because Sear's still out there somewhere, and Sear's technically the only person that Hobbs cares about in this group.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he would just run off, or because we didn't,
or not Vale.
I don't know. I don't know.
You went
because
so far to get Vale now. Like, I don't think you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would
I'm
be
just
very in
worried
line
about
with Hobbs to grab Vale and run away, but like, you're playing Hobbs, so you tell me.
I don't think he would grab Vale and run away, because Sear's still out there somewhere, and Hobbs doesn't know what's happened to him.
Okay.
He was upstairs being grabbed by the servants that like everyone else got to push past, but Sear got grabbed by them.
Yeah.
Was the last we saw of them. What you probably didn't see was that he got poison needled.
No, did not see that. I'm just looking to see if there's any other special abilities I can do.
I mean, you guys rolled really poorly. I think this is the worst. The biggest past 2 sessions have been your worst rolls.
Yeah. It's like session
really,
one all over again.
Yeah, and like you really needed these things to count this week.
Oh man.
So how many people are around Jewel?
2.
2.
There's 2 unseen, literally standing over her, getting ready to coup de grace her.
Remind me what sorts of things you can do with a tune.
Magic.
Magic.
You can attune to the ghost field.
Yes.
I know that's dangerous here, but I feel like that might be my best bet, because, or I could try to command them to stand down, but I don't know how effective that would be.
It would not be very effective.
But
the unseen are very good at not being mind controlled.
Yeah.
Right. But I have
they mind control. They're the one, you know.
But I can interact with them as if they were normal humans.
So the unseen are normal humans.
Okay.
I mean, augmented, but yes.
I can
but they're technically alive. They're whispers.
Okay.
They're just whispers who went down a really weird path.
Okay.
Right. They're whispers who started talking to some fucking weird, extra-dimensional spider creatures.
Oh,
that's not scary at all. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I feel like I should use a tune, because I at least will have 3 dice, but I'm not familiar enough with the ghost field of this setting to really be able to paint an adequate picture to make it make sense to me.
What would you want to happen? And we can work from there.
My main goal right now is it'd be nice to kill them. How about that?
Sure. So literally, like, push their souls out of their body.
Okay, I'm down with that.
So here's something I need to talk to you about, though, because there's some verisimilitude that needs to go on here.
Okay.
If you have this power, like how powerful is that ability? Because like, I guess what I'm asking is, and how strong is Hobbs in this circumstance? Because otherwise, what's on when you put forward that ability, that means the unseen can do it too.
I gotcha.
The unseen are probably as powerful as Hobbs.
Okay.
Right? Or if not higher.
Or is this something that only vampires are able to do?
Attuning? I don't know.
Well, specifically in a way that can force a soul out of a body.
Instead of doing that,
That's fair, but that makes vampires extremely powerful creatures.
yeah,
in
that's
Duskvol.
too overpowered. I can't.
I mean, they already are. Don't get me wrong; they're already powerful. But literally, like, you can just kill people. You just like you do like if what's her name like the ancient one from Doctor Strange. You just like literally just but you do that to people. You just go woo and they die, right? What do you call that? Wait, what's that thing? It's like not like the It's kind of like the Grim Reaper thing. It's like you literally just go dead. It's very very like what's the word I'm thinking about? It's not special. It doesn't look special. They just collapse. It's really weird. They don't like get decayed. Nothing happens. They just go collapse and they're dead. Like immediately just go dead.
So side thought.
You can do that.
Instead of doing that and writing that into the fiction, because that seems a little much.
Yeah. You want to paralyze?
We've
them?
already. How about I just possess one of them and stab the other one?
As the possessed one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something that we've established you could do.
You absolutely
but also,
can possess them, but go ahead, Kelsa.
I was going to say that they've already proven to be like have some kinds of
warded. They're warded against this in the same way that or in a less powerful way than what's her name?
I was thinking
Rhaenyra, right? Rhaenyra's a fucking locked vault in terms of possession. But these guys are close. These guys are definitely vaults, but you might know the code.
Well, like there's one of the like crew abilities that smugglers have is basically you become immune to possession, but you can choose to allow a second ghost inside of you. And wow. I mean, these are the type of people that I could see having that kind of power.
Here's a flashback. Here's an idea. Flashback to have someone come to rescue you.
I mean, that's always a possibility too. I was actually thinking about that, like along the canals, which is part of why I picked the canal as the way to go.
This is the Millennium Falcon swarming coming in after Darth Vader says, "I got you now." Right?
Oh, actually, that works really well because I could flash back to have my dark servant Otto, who is my coachman, but I use him not only as a coachman but also as a canal boat operator. Like he's just my driver of all vehicles. I could flash back to have him be waiting like to pick us up, and he comes in.
Okay, I mean that sounds great as like we can totally do that, but I don't think that solves the immediate problem of Joel getting wrecked right now.
Plus the boys. All the boys. All the boys.
This is absolutely.
What if like the coach comes in and just like plows into them?
This will easily cost like you want to do that shit like Miami Vice this boat and like onto them that's gonna cause a hell of a lot of stress though. I think easily that if you want to have a flashback to have the whole crew show up here on a canal boat that basically hits a ramp and jumps and tries to wreck the unseen right now, we can totally play that game. I want to play that game, but that's probably like 4 stress at least. That and that triggers the roll to see what happens when the boat comes crashing down.
I don't have that much stress to give.
Right. I mean, like that sounds like a pretty reasonable amount of stress for something that cool.
That's fair. I don't have that much stress.
It could be like 3 stress. Like if you don't want that full thing, I think.
The thing is, like if I take 4 stress or 3 stress, it's the same for me because that's going to get me to my cap.
Oh, that caps you out.
Yeah.
Then lower a little bit of what you want for.
You know what?
Lower the amount of reinforcements that come in, right? Let's negotiate this a little bit.
How about it caps me out and that happens, and then as long as you guys and the boys get me out of there.
And you kind of like disappear?
because
You start
I
feeding.
gotta feed anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you know what?
Okay.
Let's go big.
Okay. All right. So this is what happens then. So, Jewel,
Let me mark down my harm.
you're about ready to die, right?
Yeah.
Vale is like unconscious near you.
Yeah, like Jewel, like she's laying on the ground.
No
and,
sign
like,
of Hobbs.
her guns have been thrown to the side,
Yeah.
and she like looks over her shoulder at where Jewel and where Vale and Hobbs were at, and all she sees is Vale unconscious, and
Yeah.
Hobbs is missing. When this comes in from like the other side.
Yep. As this like motorized canal boat gets air, and well, this is going to be Asteyni's role here.
Okay.
I mean, obviously the effect would be. I mean, well, what's your intention with this boat jumping down on him?
One, to stop Jewel from taking fatal harm.
Sure.
2, to give them an escape route.
What do you mean?
3,
what do you mean by that? They're not going to be able to take the boat. The boat's on land now.
Yeah, but there's like a whole bunch of guys who can pick up the boat. I mean, it's heavy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you want to like. Okay, so you're like.
So I want to land on the unseen.
Yeah, you do. Okay. All right. And then somehow pick up this boat, assuming it's not broken.
Yeah.
And just put it back in the water and go home. That's the plan. Shit. All right. Oh boy, that's really. What are you? Okay. I mean, your position's not that bad for that, though. I think your position's probably controlled. But I think your effect would be, like, not that great. I think your effect would be pretty weak, actually. I forget it's not, what's less than, reduced. Is it reduced effect?
Limited?
Limited. It's limited.
Okay.
The reason for that is because I have no idea what you need to give me something to play with here based on your descriptions, and or like put something in here that would explain why this boat is not broken. You know what I mean? Because you're asking a lot out of a single
I
roll,
am asking
which
a
is
lot.
why it's like the effect of achieving all of that in one roll.
You know what?
doesn't
We
seem
could break the
possible.
boat. We could break the boat on the unseen.
Okay,
Yeah,
If we abandon the boat and break it on the unseen,
that's
and
standard effect.
incapacitate the unseen and just get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's standard effect.
Okay.
Control
So would
standard.
would this be like a command? Since I commanded these dudes to be there and do that? Or, because otherwise I'm not quite
What
sure
was
what
this
you have in
flashback?
roll.
What did you do? I could be command. But like, what is? But if that's the case, then you're actually going to. Boy.
I mean, most things you set up for your cohorts are done with command anyway,
Mhm.
because you're just
Yeah.
ordering to do shit for you,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. So then command it. Yeah.
Okay. Hobbs, please don't roll like shit. You said controlled position? Or
Yes.
what position? Okay, controlled standard effect. No bonus dice. Nope. See, if Vale had done that, if Vale had planned that, I would have gotten 2 6s.
Let's
Right?
think about this real quick though. So
So Jewel is dead.
Well, wait, no, it's controlled. So technically, couldn't I try it again, but we bump it to
Oh.
risky?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But with a
yeah,
different.
but what's the riskiness of this now?
Well,
Why does it get more risky? What's the threat to the crew doing this?
The boat is gonna hit Jewel as well as those unseen and deal some damage, but not fatal damage.
I feel that's like re-rolling the thing, which is
Yeah,
not
Well,
but
I
no,
mean,
but
it's
it is. But your
specifically-
position changes, right?
I mean,
which
the
means
like the
when
the,
your position change. Oh, let me put it this way. I'm sorry. So when
Yeah.
you do a controlled and you fail a controlled roll like that, right? You can actually describe the position getting worse. And so you don't achieve what you want, and things get worse, right? So
But like, I mean, the
So-
cohorts could fight them, or at least fight them off long enough for.
So
That's
so
not what this
specifically
roll was
what
for.
it says
But it would risk the cohort.
that's not what this
Yeah.
roll was for, though.
what it specifically says is for a controlled is if 1 to 3 you falter, you can press on by squeezing a risky opportunity or withdraw and try a different approach. So basically, like the original, like what I was saying with like a Jewel is gonna get hurt, like the original thing, it like the plan was okay, it just is gonna careen into these guys and save the day. But
Yeah.
they realized just before they hit the ramp that if they do this, they're definitely gonna hit Jewel. And so they can keep going, but they're definitely going to hit Jewel and or whatever
And
like
that's
that.
up to and I will give that up to boy. I mean, like they're getting ready to go on the ramp then right now, right? They don't have enough speed to clear it, so they know they're going to hit Jewel. I'm giving Asteyni, I'm giving Hobbs the extra chance here to either roll again with that consequence here, or accept it. And boy, are they just not going to do it? They're going to like stop at the last second on the jump, right? And then like just kind of like be there, and maybe like they won't be there in time to help Kelsa. They won't be there in time to help save Jewel.
So the question is either Jewel is going to take fatal harm or she's going to take some harm.
Yep.
So we have to go for it.
Okay.
So
Also,
what?
just-
But I don't. What would I be rolling?
Risky.
Also,
It's
like the same
yeah.
command. Okay.
Yeah, but risky.
And sorry, Kelsa, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to clarify earlier when we used my armor earlier when I didn't take harm and instead just was disarmed. Yeah, that utilized my armor.
Yeah.
Just making sure that I was out of options.
Okay. We're going to try this again. Come on, 666s. I got 5.
A5. Yes, I will take it. I will take it. I will take it.
Okay. Well, that means but it's still a consequence triggers from this, right? Boy.
Mhm.
So that happens, but something gets worse. I think more. Okay. I think you're gonna. So it's gonna be 2 things. One, yeah, you are gonna take some harm, right? But I think it's gonna be. I think level 2 harm, like it gets your foot, right? So like broken leg is probably fair here. But 2 would be now that the crew showed up. There's also there's more mayhem. So 1 heat, extra heat. So I'm sorry, one harm, 2 extra heat right now, and then 3, I think more unseen are going to come out of that window. So I think that's the result of these rolls as risky. All right. Does that seem fair? Reasonable?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to resist any of those. I'm just
Yeah.
putting that out there.
Yeah, I kind of get to say what I want, don't I?
Yeah.
But I mean, I also don't want to be like, God damn it, Eric, you're like, I don't like the way you're doing this right now. But,
No, I think you're being totally fair.
Yeah, I think like the point of it going to risky causes all of those things. If it was still controlled, it would just be the first 2.
Mhm.
Right? That's how I'm picturing it in my head. That's kind of So, anyways, that's fine. Cool. So let's make a new clock for the new unseen. But this time, now you have your whole gang here. So, got that going for you. Let's make this probably a 4 o'clock. Unseen reinforcements. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a new clock here. The unseen kill your support. It's actually the clock, right? And I'm fine with it being 0, but that's what it is now, right? Basically, your crew's here to help you, but they might end up sacrificing themselves to save you guys, right? And that's what that clock represents. So
And we didn't need them anyway. It's fine.
yeah. So Hobbs, describe for me who shows up exactly.
Okay,
Everyone
so
from Tenpenny Courts and stuff.
it is the entire Tenpenny Goons.
Yeah.
They are led by Otto, my coachman and driver.
Yes.
He is my dark servant. He is my thrall. He serves me potentially to the expense of his own life. He
Nice.
is, let's see. We'll say he's like in his 40s.
Okay.
He's balding. He's kind of got
course.
like the almost like monk style hair, but it doesn't go in front. It's like the balding kind of short cropped
Oh
hair.
yeah. Totally.
Very salt and pepper, probably like a very well trimmed mustache. He's more lean. He's not especially well muscled. Basically, I'm imagining Batman's butler, Alfred.
Oh yeah, Alfred. Okay.
But a little bit younger.
Yeah, I dig that. Okay.
Because Hobbs is basically Batman, right?
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the Tenpenny crew shows up. They're there with like their guns and like their like baseball bat kind of stuff, right? Which isn't going to be the best against these guys, right? It's not going to be the best against the unseen. But they're better than nothing. So, Jewel, you are, for the time being, alive. Your leg's broken, but your whole crew's there, showed up on this broken canal boat that careened out of the air and crushed these two unseen beneath it. You were barely able to scramble away. It went over your leg. You were lucky it didn't pin you there.
Awesome. So, and that's considered, and that's a level 2 harm?
Yeah, broken leg.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think she like gestures at like one of the goons from Tenpenny Court.
Yeah.
And says, "Help me up, we need to go. Somebody grab Vale."
Right away.
We're not fighting. Move.
I think he's a little bit confused. I thought we were here for a tussle.
The time for fighting is past. We need to go now.
Oh, but we just got here, and stuff, as they're like complaining.
Yeah, do I need to roll a command here to get them into line? Because I'll do
no.
it.
Well, the problem I think is that the unseen reinforcements show up though. Like, well, what about these guys, right? So I think they're gonna start fighting those guys. But are you just commanding this guy to take you away?
Yeah, I'm like you. We're leaving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So would Otto basically he'll stay back as well and being like, "We'll cover you," kind of thing. Like, go. Like we'll take care of these guys for you, right? Like they know that they probably don't have a chance, but it'll get you time. Is that the idea?
For Otto?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because he's mostly there to protect his master.
Okay.
So he would, if his master is also being extracted, because technically, I don't trauma out as Hobbs. I'm incapacitated.
So then they're all gonna huddle around you guys as you guys are leaving. Then, right? Is that the idea, to stop them from attacking you, sort of?
Basically,
yeah, I think it's like an extraction.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're like your bodyguards, and they all just kind of surround you guys as they're helping you through. Well, that makes all right. That means you're gonna be pretty slow and pretty easy to track, though. So, also not.
Well, that's why I was it's there's 3 people that are going to be taking us out. That was the plan. It's just 3 of us. It's the 3 of us and 3 guys are getting us out of there, and then the rest of the people are gonna do whatever they do.
Sure. Okay. Well, I think this is a perfect time then to take a break, and we come back.
I like breaks. Good idea.
Top of the hour. That's perfect time. So let's go back, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.